Hang on a minute, what's that saying? This was last serviced in March 2025 and now it's December. What? Why hasn't the oil been changed? When was it done? 293 466. How many K's is it done now? 295, only 2,000 kilometres. Nah, it doesn't need an oil change. What a waste of oil. Yes, it does. So start it up, go for a drive for 5 minutes, get the engine on nice and warm, pop your bonnet, hand in, press the lever and open up the bonnet and have a look at the mighty V6. What's going on? We all know the oil pickups can become blocked. These things need oil changes regardless of kilometres. Every 6 months, I don't care, 10,000 kilometres or 6 months, whichever comes first. This one's overdue. No excuses. It doesn't need a service. It hasn't done the Ks. The brakes aren't going to wear it any faster, but some things are by age, not covered in this video. Subscribe, turn the bell on if you want to know about those things. This one's the oil. So what are we going to do now? We're going to make sure we've got some oil. We're going to pull the dipstick out so we remember to put oil back in. Oh, good. Where do we put the oil back in? Oh, hang on. Here's a little spot around here. So we can take this cap off. That'll allow the air to go in when the oil comes out. Another little reminder for us, we've got to put oil in, don't drive the vehicle. Good idea, not bad, you like that? These two things are your telltale signs. Do you need a hoist nut? Get down on the bloody ground there with your drain tray and drop the oil. That's all you need, a drain tray like that. Just push it up under there and get in there and get that 14mm sump plug out. But before you do that, you might want to make sure you got some oil. So if you haven't already got it in stock like I have, that 5-minute drive down to Supercheap is what you need to warm up your engine oil to help it drain better, depending on your kilometres and condition of your engine. Of course, the climate you're going to be operating in, Tasmania versus Darwin versus other countries, can of worms, but this is what I'm going to use, full synthetic. Oh look, but hang on a minute, it says long life. How long is long life? Well, it doesn't matter how good the oil is, it doesn't stop the contaminants going into the oil, and in that 9 months or whatever it's been, there's probably been a lot of startups, cold cycles where clearances aren't right, fuel's blowing past the rings and tolerances, contaminating the oil. The oil is what protects your engine. It can't protect it if it's contaminated and destroyed by contaminants. And of course, those contaminants always damage the seals and can create oil leaks. So 6 months, guys, get it out. The only reason this one's been stretched is because I've got too many cars and it's only done 2,000 Ks. I'm making excuses now because I've got good expensive oil in there that of course I pick up cheap. Stay tuned on all our Facebook groups. People love to share the specials on the good oil when it's cheap. Oz Prado crew, Oz Hilux crew if you're in Australia. We've also got a group for anyone in the world with any make or model of vehicle. Same name as this YouTube channel, 4x4 Diesel. Don't forget to answer the 3 questions when you join the groups. You might want to put a glove on. That's what I do these days. If I do any work on cars, you wonder why I got doctor's hands here at the Prado Hospital. When you get older, you wise up. And it's stuff like this. And we've also got the work gloves. Keep the rags handy and keep your hands clean because whatever's on your skin, your biggest organ, gets absorbed into your body, and that would be toxic. Yeah, I've got a hoist, but this beast is parked in the way, and this is to show you don't need a hoist to do an oil change and some vehicle maintenance, especially if it's only done a few thousand Ks. Right next door, this beautiful 120 Prado V6, which we are bringing back, making better and better. Every time we look at it, we do something to make it better. Wait till you see this thing in 10 years. Bloody beautiful. So down on the floor, you might want, like I said, your drain tray, your rag, your light. You might want a light. Shine it in your eyes so you can't see what's going on. How's that? Everybody like that? You get someone to hold the light pointing the right way. You've got your drain tray here. And if you look straight above that, hopefully, you'll find a sump plug. There it is. Bit hard for me to hold a camera under a car and pick up those tools. So what you need to do, I'm using a 1/2-inch drive breaker bar to remove it, not necessarily to reinstall it. Torque spec's going to be about 34 Newton meters. Check it in the manual, put it in the comments. Thanks, guys. About 35, that'll do, just right. Put a new washer on there. Toyota use the same washers, V6, 120, diesels, whatever, that little blue one. I've got a few of those. If you come see me, just ask me and I'll give you some washers if you're picking up some other parts, whatever. Plenty of those in stock. So I'm going to move the drain tray out of the way so that I can access cracking that loose. Well, as soon as it's loose, then I'll move the tool out of the way, use my glove hand for the hot oil, and make sure the drain tray is underneath and let it drain. There's the light, there's the tool, I've cracked it loose. Drain tray's in place. Let's see if we can get egg on face. Let's see if I can get this job done with the camera rolling. So this one, it's been a bit hot and a bit melted, so it's a bit rocky, so there's a good chance it could move out of the way right when I want to, I should be probably concentrating with two ends, not trying to hold a camera in the right place. But anyway, I'm opening that plug. Oil's getting close to being about to go everywhere. And once you get it to the end of the thread like that, get your hand out of the way and just let it go like that into the drain tray. Nicely done. Look at that, nice clean oil. Who wants some 2000K oil? Put it in your Corolla. What a waste of oil, hey? Look at that. Anyway, drain it out. It's cleaning the engine. It's helping protect the engine. Now we'll let it drain for 10 minutes. Careful what you do, different makes and models. You can't just leave the sump plug out for a long time on some. It'll cost you an engine. But I'll tell you what, that is nice clean oil, isn't it? Look at that, people, golden still. So next time you might know why I left it a little bit longer. Maybe you could push it out to 12 months if you've only done 2, 3, 4,000 Ks. And this was a clean drain tray. Maybe this oil is going to go into another cheap vehicle. Maybe it's time for an oil change for the Commodore and it's going to get this oil. We'll see what comes out of the Commodore. Maybe put this back in. Info. So you can squeeze under a Prado and do this. This one has got a slight lift, probably 30, 40 mil at the front. Just gives a little bit more room. And of course you can put it up on a jack and stands if you like, if you're doing the inspection, but make sure you do it safely. We've got videos talking about that also. But you just don't need to. This is just a quick oil change. By the time you put the car on the hoist, you've dropped the sump plug and, you know, why muck around? You know, why take it to someone, pay hundreds of dollars to do something that you can actually get some enjoyment out of doing it yourself? Well, some people anyway. You can let your oil drain as long as you like, but you're not going to get anything out of it. There's still oil in the engine, right? So what I prefer to do is just give that bit of a clean. Obviously, I'm doing it one-handed. You can do better if you've got two hands and you don't have a camera, so don't worry about the camera too much. You could reuse that, but you know, just put a nice new one on. Bada bing, bada boom, ready to go back in. Some people are thinking, what about the filter? What about the filter? Well, there it is. It's still genuine. It's still the wrong one. It's the D2, the diesel one. It's a little bit smaller. And guess what? It's still filtering. It's not going to stop filtering. I don't need to change it. Just like I didn't really need to change the engine oil, but the engine oil is the lifeblood. For the sake of 50 bucks, these engines, you can't get them new anymore. We already know people can't do their job right and rebuild engines, oil leaks, burning oil problems. The last person that got one of these engines replaced, rebuilt and refitted was 20 grand. So what's better? Should you waste 50 bucks or not and risk 20 grand? Because if you waste your 50 bucks every 6 months, that's $100 a year. How many years have you and this car got to go? Tell you what, it's worth, people spend more on Tuts Lotto tickets and good luck with that one. You might get lucky, but you're more likely to get lucky spending $100 on oil on this. Get it when it's cheap, half price, 40% off. Stock up, have some bottles there. It's only twice a year. There's other things you need to do. Subscribe, turn the bell on. You don't want to miss out on the right maintenance. This is the value for money maintenance program, and it's different to everyone else's YouTube channel. I'm not a YouTuber. It's not about me. And even if you look at those other automotive ones, a lot of them, it is almost, you know the workshop, it's going to be bringing them work. My position is, this is my retirement channel, okay? So I'm giving you all the info so that you can do it yourself. Bada bing, bada boomski. Where does that happen really? All the info. It certainly won't be funding retirement, that's for sure. But so don't make a YouTube channel thinking you're going to make money from it. Just do it if you want to help people. Some people do it, you know, for everyone's entertainment to make money. Works out for some people, but it's not what I can't actually see what I'm doing. I'm just going for a feel, you know, like you do with some things in the dark. You just got to go for it, and you get good at it with practice. Trying to find that hole there, I found it and I screwed it pretty well. Now I'm just gonna, my rag's up at the bench, but that's all right. So I'll get my rag, give it a clean up, and then we'll just give it a little nip up, in your case, 34, 35 Newton meters with a torque wrench, or just nicely to crush. It's just got to keep the oil in. It doesn't have to hold the engine together. It's not allowed to fall out, but you're not allowed to cross thread it, rip the thread out and have to go buy a new sump. I'm all done under there. You want to have a last look at it? There it is, see? There's the sump, what it looks like. It's nice and clean, no oil left. I haven't used brake cleaner this time. Just a really good wipe with a rag. Make sure there's no splashes around on the bash plate inside or out. You don't want to be guessing if you had a oil leak or not. That's why new washer, correct torque spec. Make sure it's clean. Have a look at it before you put the plug in. Don't get oil in your eye. And beautiful. Done. Back to the top. Everything underneath's done. The oil's dropped out. It's resealed. All we've got is oil to go, cap to go on, and dipstick to check the engine oil level. I wonder how much oil this will take. These are the best drain trays, right? This is actually, I think it's like a 15 or 16 litre. You get them online is the only place I see them. None of the auto shops sell them anymore. They sell you this rubbish that is smaller. It's round and it's really wide and you can't pour it. It's just rubbish. This has got a good pour on it. The problem is with a lot of heat, as you can see, it rocks around because it's sort of melted a bit round out in the middle. You could probably push it in and flatten it out when it's hot, but not a big deal. And what I was going to say is one way to work out how much oil is to have a look what came out. That's going to give you a fair idea what it's going to take. And it looks like just under the, is it just under the 5 mark? Yeah, it is, I think. Right, so we'll put in, and we could be technical and look in the book and see what it's meant to take. Someone can put in the comments for everybody, with filter, without filter, but it always varies, and the best way is to use the dipstick. So I'll go ahead and pour in about 4.5 litres of this one, and then we'll check. I recommend you use a funnel or something so you don't miss the hole. I'm ready to pour, but I'm holding the camera and I need to hold the funnel up, so it's pouring oil. It's pretty boring. About 4.5, something like that. Take a guess. There's not much left. I'll put probably 4.6, 4.7 at least. So let's see what the dipstick over here says. Could be hard to do. Now, be very clean about your dipsticks. Pull it out, give it a clean first. Right, try not to drag it along the side because that can pick up oil and mess your reading. Hold it flat, and I don't know if you can see that, but that's pretty well bang on. It's just above the full line, right? So you got the dots, the low one's low, the full one's full. So it was probably a bit over 4.5 is what it needed. It's probably a little bit too much, but that'll be fine. That won't cause any issues. So that's pretty much a bada bing, bada boom moment. Make sure you get it in the hole. Always careful. You don't want to miss, hit something else, like short out a battery or something like that. Otherwise, sparks will fly when you miss the right hole and make a mistake. Avoid that positive on the battery on the other vehicles. Of course, that's what I'm talking about over here. All right, bada bing, bada boom. Time to put the cap on the oil. And so that concludes this video. Don't forget lsiauto.com.au for your oil filters. I think the 10 pack's the cheapest way to do it if you're going to keep the car. Discount code 4 diesel and increased discount code of 15% off until the 21st of December if you see this video before then. If you see it after, bad luck, sorry. That's why you watch the video. Subscribe, turn the bell on. Don't miss another video because sometimes things are happening on time. It's like now, it's a discount or it's something for free, and a lot of people have completely missed all the videos with free things. It's a bit disappointing, really, because all the regular viewers probably deserve all the free stuff, and a lot of them probably don't know what I'm talking about because they only see maybe an average of a quarter of the videos or less. Make sure your dipstick's in and sealed and clean. Make sure your cap's on nice and tight. Again, only has to stay on and stop oil from going in and out and not get lost. Doesn't need to hold the engine together. Everything's good, nice and clean. Oil's in, level's correct. Normally you will run the engine and check it again, but in this case we haven't run the engine, so it's really not going to make any difference. But of course we're going to run the engine, check it again, because that's what you do. Make sure you're on flat ground. Just because you watch this video doesn't mean you're a vehicle technician. There's lots more to do besides an oil change. This is not a service. This is just an oil change. It's not even a lubrication service because we didn't lubricate anything other than the engine. It's just an engine oil change. Thanks for watching. Bada bing, bada boom. Catch you on the next one.